Hey guys, Halina here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Batwoman Season 2 premiere, so stay tuned. Okay, so I have zero intention of reviewing the entire Arrowverse shows, like their seasons as a whole, because there's just way too many episodes. But I wanted to take a look at the Batwoman Season 2 premiere in particular because it was getting sort of a whole new makeover. I mean, Ruby Rose was leaving the show, so we were losing Kate Kane, but we weren't losing Batwoman, but we were losing Kate Kane, so we were getting Ryan Wilder, but we were getting Batwoman, and there was just a lot happening, and we were getting a whole new makeover, so I wanted to take a look and see how that would look. So, I guess this video is going to be kind of an opinion review type video. Probably more an opinion type video. I don't know what this video is going to be. But, yeah. First, we're going to go into my non-spoiler thoughts. So, yeah. Basically, Batwoman Season 1 was at the bottom of my Arrowverse show ranking list because there was just really nothing appealing by the end of the season. You can check out my full list by clicking the eye in the corner. I think it's this corner. I think I finally figured it out. I think it's this corner. I hope it's this corner. Either way, it's in the top corner somewhere. But yeah, it was in the bottom because there was just nothing appealing at that point. But Batwoman Season 2, shaking things up, I decided, you know what? Let's give it a chance. Let's see what's happening. Let's give it a fair shake. Let's wipe the slate clean and let's see what happens. And I have to say, I think it's a little bit better. I mean, it's still not great, but it's a little bit better. I think it might get a little bit better as the season goes on. I think it still needs a lot of work, but I want to talk in particular about Javicia Leslie, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She plays Ryan Wilder, aka Batwoman. And oh man, she brings such like fresh blood into this show that was just becoming stale. Like, honestly, like, this show was just, like I said, there was like nothing appealing by the end of last season, and the second she was on screen, it was just like, finally something new. Like, I don't know, it was like, it was good. And she slid like right into like the show as if she had been there like the whole time, and that was really good because I was expecting there to be like, you know, some stumbling blocks and stuff like that, because I mean, she's coming into a show that like it or not has already been sort of established. She's coming into like the titular role of Batwoman, and she's like, nah, I got this. And she did it like so well, and it was like she had been there the whole time, and it was like, it was perfect, honestly. And I don't know, I give round of applause to her because honestly, she's saving this show, honestly. And as for all the other characters, they're kind of essentially where they're at last season. Like, if you essentially liked them last season, you'll like them this season. If you didn't like them last season, yeah, there's not much to say there. Yeah, so that's sort of my non-spoilery thoughts, I guess. But now we're going to go into spoiler territories. So if you haven't seen the episode and you don't want to be spoiled, go see the episode, come back here. I will be spoiling things, big things, little things. Spoilers are going to be discussed. Final warning, spoilers ahead. All right. There we go. All right. First things first. The big question. How did they handle the disappearance of Kate Kane? A plane crash. Naturally. So basically we open up the episode. Like literally first scene right out of the gate. We see Ryan Wilder. If you have been living under a rock and you don't know nothing, you have no idea who this woman is. She's basically like sleeping in her van, and all of a sudden, boom, and then all of a sudden flames, and she runs out of her van, and she revives this man, who's basically been ejected from this plane crash. So he's fine as far as we know. I mean, we don't really know much about him, but he's alive when she leaves him, and she's like, you're gonna be okay, so I'm assuming he's gonna be okay. And then she discovers the Batsuit. Yeah, but Kate Kane's nowhere to be found. So basically most of the episode is everybody trying to find Kate and somewhat holding out hope that she's still alive, that she survived. But yeah, basically sticking with Ryan, because I'm going to go to the other characters eventually, but sticking with Ryan, she now has the Batsuit, and she decides that she's going to try it on for size. But she does have her reasons for doing that. And Ryan, oh my goodness, I feel so bad for this girl. So bad. Because she has been through it all. And I do mean through it all. Okay. So basically we learn a lot about Ryan through flashbacks scattered throughout the episode, internet searches, monologues of sorts. Like, we learn a lot about Ryan as a character through all sorts of different means throughout the episode. And there's a lot, so I might have missed some things. But let me see if I got it all. Stick with me, alright? Her dad died before she was born. Her mom died during childbirth. She was raised in the system. She got adopted by a woman who helped her turn her life around. Then, when she and her mother moved into an apartment, they were attacked by squatters and her mother was killed. Then she was framed and convicted for drug possession with intent, incarcerated for 18 months, and now she can't find work because of her record. And that means that she can't pay her court fees, and she is living in her van. Like I said, this girl has been through it all. Why she really wants the Batsuit is essentially because of what happened to her mother when they moved into the apartment. So it really has nothing to do with basically all the other crap that happened in her life. Pardon my French, but like, seriously, like, this poor girl has been through everything, and can we just cut her a break already? Because basically, the squatters that attacked and ultimately killed her mother were none other than members of Alice's Wonderland gang. See, everything ties back to Alice. yeah, so naturally she wants to make them pay for what they did. But anyways, like, despite pretty much, like, her tragic backstory and, like, this being sort of, like, a really, like, almost, like, dark and, like, brooding type show, like, there are really comedic moments, and Javicia Leslie is just, like, absolutely, like, hysterical, like, when she's, like, basically, like, going and trying to get info out of some, like, other random gang members. She ends up, like, injuring one of them unintentionally because she has no idea how the bat suit works. And then, like, she ends up using that to her advantage, by threatening the other guy, saying, like, I have no idea what this button does, but you want to find out together? Like, and, like, he's, like, downright terrified because, like, he just saw his buddy, like, basically, like, get shot with, like, something. Like, I literally don't even know what it was because it all happened so fast. And it was, like, he's, like, terrified, like, no, I don't want to find out what it is. So, like, she's gonna be a fun character. She really is. But, we're not done with her yet, because, basically in the end, after an epic car chase with Tommy posing as Bruce, driving the Batmobile, or a Batmobile, Ryan is shot with kryptonite, which should have killed her, according to Luke. But it didn't. And instead it's doing something else? I'm not really sure what it's doing. Someone please let me know what it's doing to her in the comments. I'm really curious. Let me know in the comments, please, because I really don't know what it's doing to her. Anyway, basically the show ends with her giving back the suit. We all know that's not going to last long. She's going to end up with the suit back because, yeah, Batwoman. Yeah, so basically, that's basically Ryan's whole story this episode. And now, for the other characters, I mean, not much happened with them. I mean, most of them spent the whole episode grieving, denying the fact that Kate was dead, missing all of that. But I figured I'll go through them anyways. Luke, basically, in terms of Kate, he is very much hopeful, because as long as she had the bat suit, she could have survived the plane crash. Like, because the bat suit makes you indestructible. And then he realizes that she didn't have the bat suit, and he has to sort of come to terms with the fact that maybe she didn't survive. And it's kind of heartbreaking to watch, but, like, yeah. But Luke is also the dumbest smart man I have ever seen in my life. Like, how on earth did he not figure out that something was off with Bruce? Especially when he seemed genuinely puzzled about standing in front of the wall to go to the Batcave. Like, come on, Luke. I thought you were smarter than this. I mean, I guess I can give you a slight pass since you just lost Kate. You wanted to believe that Bruce came back, but still. Don't be so dumb. Like, why are you so dumb? Like, literally, Tommy's posing as Bruce, and it's like, they're standing in front of the thing, and it's like, what are we doing here? And then it's like, oh, well, you've been the man of the castle, so, like, go ahead. And then he's like, okay. And it's like, dude, like, he looks genuinely confused. Stop being so dumb and figure it out. Like, oh, my goodness. Luke is so dumb. I love him, but he's so dumb. But on the other hand, Julia figured out that Bruce wasn't Bruce. Because Bruce did not know that Alfred's nickname was the Eagle, which apparently Bruce came up with for him, and she played him like a fool. feeding him false info like Alfred's house in Glasgow, as opposed to his flat in London, which Tommy just agreed with, naturally. And again, I take it back to Luke. See, all it takes is one thing, Luke. One thing to seem just slightly off. And then you just take him down a path that's wrong. And then you figure this all out. It's not hard. Oh, Luke is so dumb. Sophie. I mean, she spends most of the episode kind of secretly mourning Kate, kind of. Then Julia gives her a letter from Kate. Kate reveals that she's Batwoman in the letter. Sophie cries. That's it. Sophie doesn't do much. Jacob, I mean, he's not making the same mistake with Kate that he did with Beth. I mean, smart move, I guess, but, like, really, like, he's refusing to give up on the fact that Kate might still be alive somewhere, and naturally he goes to Beth. Not the smartest move. Basically demands that she tell him anything that she knows that might tell him where Kate could be. Anything that could help him find Kate. And so Beth is like, okay, fine. Kate is Batwoman. And again, Beth has like the fun lines of being like, oh, a lesbian superhero who could have killed me several times but didn't. Like, I wonder who that could be. Like, it's like, yeah, I mean, the list is small. Yeah, so basically, he's like, no, I don't believe you. Like, you're wrong. Like, Batwoman's not Kate. Like, Kate's not Batwoman. And Beth's like, okay, then fine, turn on the bat signal and see if she comes. So, of course, Jacob's like, okay. So he hauls out the bat signal, turns it on. He's standing there, he's waiting. No Batwoman. But we do see Ryan Wilder looking up at the bat signal, which is a hint of what's to come. But, yeah, naturally, no Batwoman. And then we have Alice, Beth. I'm going to call her Alice because it's just easier. She basically spends the whole episode telling Tommy that she isn't happy that Kate is dead, despite the fact that she really wanted Kate dead. Yeah. Confusing? No, not really. Because she's upset that she had this whole plan in her head. She had Kate's whole death planned out in her head. And it didn't go according to plan. Her plan was that Jacob would shoot Batwoman. Then he would find out that Batwoman was Kate and have to deal with the fact that he killed his own daughter. And it would be killing two birds with one stone. And that didn't happen, so she's upset. So, yeah. Her whole plan failed, and she's upset about that. We also learned that Sophia, I can't pronounce it for the life of me. But anyways, yeah, Sophia was most likely the one that took down Kate's plane. Because we see the newspaper with the "Consider Us Even" message. Yeah. So Alice is like, there's a war brewing and nobody's prepared for it type thing. And it's like, okay. I really hope they revamp Alice because, yeah, she was interesting at the beginning and then she fizzled out. So I'm really hoping they revamp her this season. Oh yeah, and another thing with Alice, she's also hugging dead mouse. Hopefully we fix that very soon because that's creepy. So yeah. But then we come to Mary. Oh, Mary. She spends the whole episode literally being the shoulder for everyone to lean on. Like, specifically Luke and Jacob. Like, Mary did the least overall. Like, honestly, like, she was like there sort of in the background a lot, but she didn't really do much of anything. And she was the returning character that I was like most happy to see back on my screen, because I mean, much like Alice, I kind of stopped caring about Mary at the end of season 1, but this season 2 premiere, she was just so subtle, and like I said, despite not doing much in quantity, she did a whole lot in quality. Like, she kept Jacob and Luke grounded, and she sympathized with Ryan, and she gave the pep talk to Luke that, like, there would be no Batwoman without him, and it helped him, like, stop blaming himself for what happened to Kate, and it made me smile. But, like, then at the end, when she was crying on the bed by herself, I was, like, crying too, because I was like, oh, Mary, like, you're there for everybody, but nobody's there for you, and it's just so sad. Somebody be there for Mary. Like, honestly, why is nobody there for Mary? Like, somebody be there for Mary. Like, it's always the case. Somebody be there for Mary. Honestly, she's such an amazing actress. Like, writers, please don't fail her. Write better for her this season, because she can deliver. Like, write better for her. So yeah, that basically covers all the characters and where they're at this season. And so that was sort of my thoughts on season 2 premiere of Batwoman. Yeah, initially this video was just going to be a video praising Javicia Leslie, because, like, she's amazing, and I mean, she's just giving me hope that Batwoman can be a good show, but I figured, why not just do a little summary of where everything's at in the season premiere. I don't know what it is. I don't know what type of video this is, but I'm not making this a regular thing, because, like I said before, like, too many episodes, and like 10 episode seasons like Mandalorian and everything like that are hard enough for me to like review as a whole, and it's like I can't even like imagine trying to do like Arrowverse like season like Arrowverse shows, like their seasons, because like it's like over 20 episodes, and it's like, oh, okay, that's overwhelming. But yeah, I also don't want to commit to doing like a review for every episode, because sometimes things just don't happen in episodes, and then it's just boring. So yeah, Arrowverse stuff, it'll probably just be like if something happens that I really like or honestly really don't like. Yeah, that's probably what it's going to be with Arrowverse stuff. But, so yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts on season 2 premiere of Batwoman. Anyway, what did you guys think of Batwoman season 2 premiere? Will you be watching the rest of the season? Do you guys like Ryan Wilder as a character so far? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments down below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload my latest videos. See which Hogwarts house I would have put the season 1 Batwoman characters in by clicking here. You can check out more Arrowverse content by clicking here. And you can follow all of my socials. The link is in the description down below. And I will see you all in another video.